who gets the bonus, like they will gain like two chunks of experience at the same time. And the reason I can't really do it a better way actually is that no, that's not true. I can do it a better way. Yeah, yeah. No, this is relatively easy. I just have to be careful about how I do it. Okay, so it's what is it? It's like growth, uh, growth. Yeah. Uh, right. So if event is on right now, if event is on or GM active, we just try again. Uh, but instead, what we'll want to do is we'll want to say we'll kind of want to treat this like how we remove players from the game. So if so, we're not going to schedule it again for 60 seconds from now. What we're going to do is we're going to how do you handle when events and such get stacked? What kind of limits are there on such stacks? There's no such thing as stacked events. Only one event can happen at a time. And the events are spaced out. There's actually downtime between events. Like for example, we just had the cup and ball guessing game, and then before that, that must have been what sparked the conversation of the birthdays. Is that one adventure had a birthday a little while ago? I should that happened like the birthday passive like growth thing like happens way more often than I would have expected. I think I need to dial that back a little bit. Or like, oh no, you know what I was thinking of doing is I was thinking of increasing the points value of it because then it'll just happen less often. What is it, like? What are people's passive value points values though? Because I don't know. It seems like it'd be really high for it to be happening as often as it is. Like the only time those things occur is if someone has enough like points for it. So like 9, 12, 4, 4, 0, 13, 9, 17, 10, 1, 5, 3, 12. Okay, so they're not outrageously high, but I guess they do like get close to 20. So you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna make birthdays a bigger deal. This one's for you, Yakimus, apparently. Is I'm gonna make it so is it game data growth? Yeah, so right now birthdays are worth 20 points, but I'm gonna make it worth 50 points. So that way it'll just be much less frequently people's birthdays. Well, I mean, I guess it's not such a big deal if it's people's birthdays. Like people have like every like if you have 300 people, then like it's pretty, it's fairly frequently that you'll have birthdays, right? Like most days you'll have birthdays. So yeah, maybe it was fine at like 20. Uh, yeah, no, it shouldn't be this infrequent. I'll put it up to like 30 or something. So it's a little less frequent. Because like the thing that like weirded me out is that sometimes we'd have multiple birthdays in the same day. So I don't want to have multiple birthdays on the same day, but this should be fine. Uh, okay. Uh, and it didn't even bother me that we had like multiple birthdays on the same day. It's that we had birthdays in the morning and then we had birthdays in the afternoon, and it's like technically that's the same day. Like I don't know. Okay. Hey, Spyrock, how's it going? Uh, all right. Yeah, I won't worry about stuff right now. Uh, so let's. Oh yeah, and I got on that topic because like I was scrolling up through the chat log to talk about like what events had happened recently. Yeah, but I think it's pretty straightforward, right? The events just don't overlap. So, yeah. Uh, uh, are there any kinds of actions that can get stacked? I don't know what that means. There are multi events and there are non multi events. In event you can choose an action. In a multi event you can choose multiple actions. But like you can never choose the same action twice. I mean you can, but it doesn't do anything. It's not like more effective or less effective the number of times you choose it. In fact, don't say the same thing twice because that'd be spammy, and just don't. It literally doesn't do anything. Okay. So growth. Yeah, right. Okay, so if event on or GM active, let's say like growth paused, uh, yeah, growth paused equals true, and then yeah, so the two conditions here are event on or GM active. So now when these things become when the status of these things change, we'll have to we'll have to update event growth paused accordingly. So yeah, so let's go to the places where these get affected. I mean, we just did event on a little while ago. So oh wait, and actually undo. Yeah, so this is what we have here. We're actually going to want to cut this because this is what we're going to, or copy this, excuse me. We're going to want to, no. Oh, crap. It made me, I think it, all right. Whatever. It doesn't let me redo, because it thought I wanted to drag it. All right, whatever. Cut this. Yeah, what was it? It was growth paused, equals true, and then right, because that schedule sorting thing is something that we'll want to do in the other cases where we're like, for example, in the cases where event is getting deactivated. So if event on, yeah, so oh, this is exactly both of those situations. This is a situation where GM active becomes false and event on becomes 0. So in this case, we'll say schedule append frame time plus. Wait, this is in the main loop? So yeah, so we can use frame time plus 60. No, in the case that the GM leaves, we're gonna have it scheduled in like 10 seconds. So 10 seconds in the future. We're setting we're setting event on to be 0, and that's just because wow, that's a lot of text. Hold on. I'll get to that in just a second. We're setting event 0 just in case when the GM left, if the GM wasn't like left in the middle of an event, like it cleans it up, but it's not the actual like typical conclusion of an event, so it's not a situation where players actually gain experience. And so we're just waiting 10 seconds as like oh yeah, right. So oh, actually no, we only need to do this if if growth paused, then we do this, and we set growth paused false. Growth paused equals false. Yes. Okay. And then so we'll hit the other event ons. Asking about stacks because I actually have a hobby in which occasionally glitched MMORPG RuneScape. One particularly notable glitch had to do with stacks of actions performed by a player if the glitcher were to find a way to stack a large number of actions. Oh, okay. Behind a stall. All those actions would be performed at once when the stall ended. However, there's a stack limit to the amount of actions allowed per frame to prevent players from crashing the server. That sounds smart. But the stack limit also causes the scenario where actions that were meant to happen to the player will be knocked off the list and not performed as they should have been. Yeah. I actually don't know how this game is going to scale up. Like I say like hypothetically this game, you know, there's no specific limit to how many people can play this game, but like the limits of how many people can play this game, I'm sure we'll discover them eventually, because like, you know, unless this is running on like the world's greatest supercomputer, there's eventually going to be a bottleneck in some of the processing. So I wouldn't be surprised if it like my guess for like what would actually be the bottleneck in this game would actually be the text processing. I imagine like if the chat channel was going like fast enough, like literally there would be too much chat for this game. There would be too much text for this game to process. And so I think that is, if anything, what would be the unfortunate outcome. What would happen in that case is that the game would it's almost as if the game would be going too fast, because like if the chat, like let's say like right now the chat comes in like, you know, at such a rate and the game can keep up with it, what would happen if the chat happened to if the chat was going too fast is that the game would keep running, but the chat would just start like or wait, so the chat would just like start stacking up, and the game would like try and like catch up to keep up with it, but it would still be like activating its game events, but it would be activating and concluding its game events on stale data. So like eventually it would be completely out of sync, so that like the actions the action ta- so action tags appear on screen, players say those action tags, and then the event concludes based on this said action tags. But like if those got out of sync, then like it would be the entire time the event was active, it would be evaluating chat from a time before the event even occurred. So anytime an action tag got used, it would just be like incidental and coincidental. So like we've never gotten even close to that. Like the game has never faltered to keep up with that stuff. Like it keeps up great. But I assume that that's probably going to be uh, where where the game crashes, if ever. But like the nice thing about this game is that like actions like the worst thing that had happened, well, so it's pretty bad, but like the bad thing that happens in that case is that the game just doesn't work anymore. It's not fun anymore. You can't play it anymore, basically. Which is like kind of bad, right? But um, yeah, it's pretty bad. I just don't know. I actually don't know what that upper limit is. I've been thinking about it, and I'm probably going to start running tests. The way I'm going to run tests is I'm going to basically deactivate Trusty Bard saying things, and I'm going to point it at basically like test data. I'm going to take like a huge stock of like something like data similar to what would be the case if like players were just like rapid fire, like, you know, like kind of like point it, like kind of point the fire hose at the game and see like what is the tolerance. But I want to do the graphic stuff first because like this graphic stuff will have a huge impact on like how the game performs, and that the stuff that we're doing today is going to really change how the game performs. And so I'll be more interested to see how that plays out after we've made these changes. So I don't know. We might do that like tomorrow if we get to it, or later today, hypothetically, if we get to it. Um, but yeah, sometime soon. Uh, Actually, no. You know what? I might do that testing offline, maybe. Because like if I when I well, yeah. Because I think when I do that testing, I probably won't want to have the game running, and if the I don't know. I don't know how I'll do that exactly, but yeah, depending on how I set it up, like it might be that everything gets really boring when I'm running that test, and we'll see how it goes. Uh, all right, so event on, we fixed this one. This one's all set now. So yeah, so basically this is what we'll want to do in the other. Oh, whoops, this is this is only supposed to be if of, or no, this is not only if event on. No, no, no. This is in either of those scenarios. Okay. Uh, So let's continue looking at event on. No, so let's look for instances where where we're setting event on equal to something else. So when event on equals something. So like here, for example. Oh, this is the other place where we kick the GM. So like I'm updating it here, but like I'm updating it here only because coincidentally we're changing the event on stuff when we're setting the GM active equals false. I will have to check for GM active equals false. Maybe I should have done that one first, I guess. But no, I will have to go back and do the rest of those later. All right, so event on equals 0. So yeah, so this is one scenario. Oh. Actually, no. In these cases, it has to be so if growth paused and wait, is this one? What is this one? This one's okay, no. This one I don't have to check if GM's active. I was gonna say, so in some of these cases I have to check if GM's active. This is not one of those cases because this is the case where the automated event. No. The GM could be active here. No. Rabble. Okay. Actually, I guess I could. There is that section about whether the GM's active. So I guess I just put it there, right? Because we already check if the GM's active. Here, right here. So we don't have an else case to that, but we can just right. So only because because the two conditions for growth paused is if the event is on and if the GM's active. So just because we're deactivating the event on doesn't mean that there isn't a GM. If there's a GM, then we don't want to we don't want to unpause growth yet. So right, so we'll wait in that case. But in this case, we don't want it to just be 10 seconds later. We want it to be like 30 seconds later, because this is specifically the case where we wanted to avoid having having too much of that happening rapid fire. So 30 seconds. Maybe I should go more like no, that's fine. 30 seconds is fine. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. And then right. So then there are more cases. So right. So event on. So this is the case where the event was manually concluded. I think I'm the only one that can make this happen. I think this is when I force the event to end through my special panel. Oh, if overtime. Oh, yeah. If overtime. I think this case. Oh, weird. Hmm. Yeah, I think in this case I actually want to kind of. Wait, no, what do I do in the overtime case? If overtime, event time equals. Oh, equals frame time. Interesting. Yeah, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a brief. Uh, so much text. I'll get to that one in a second as well. So if overtime, we'll say growth paused. We'll say, yeah, so we'll say schedule append frame time. And then if I say schedule append frame time. Oh, oops, did I just get rid of a. Oh, yeah. No, you know what? Is instead, you know what I'll do here is I'll do insert, schedule, insert at position 0. We'll just like cut right to the front of the line. And then I'm pretty sure if I right, so what I'm doing here is I'm saying event time equals frame time, and I'm inserting a growth opportunity at the very beginning of the schedule, and I'm pretty sure this will make it so that yeah, this will make it so that this evaluates first. Huh. Actually, no, you know what? Yeah, this will evaluate first, but then there'll also be a, yeah, I'm also going to put a brief delay. So I'll put like a 30-second delay on the event frame time. Yeah. Overtime doesn't happen very often, but, oh, yeah, sorry. Okay, so overtime doesn't happen very often. Overtime is if the previous event just kind of like lingers unplayed for, yeah. Okay, so Colt Zero says, another more recent glitch you performed in RuneScape was also pretty interesting, was the stall break. The basic idea is that in RuneScape, if you're stalled, you can't perform any actions until the stall is over. The stall break is quite simple in concept, but pretty hard to find a way to perform since it requires a feature that's pretty broken to do so. Is basically just doing a stall and finding... What is a stall? And finding a way to cause a game error on your player. Doing so will make the game try to forcibly disconnect you, but there are easy ways to prevent disconnecting. And sounds like a horribly broken game. Like the thing that surprises me, the thing that I'm most impressed about with RuneScape is how popular it is, considering how like unimpressive everything I've heard about it is. Like the graphics always looked really unimpressive. Like I never heard anything interesting about the gameplay that you couldn't do like a million other places. But like it's so popular, or it has been, or like it still exists, which is frankly, in like from what I can tell, way more than a game of like that caliber should have done. But I guess that's like, I guess they figured out the freemium model before a lot of people, so good for them. um, Creative. Hey, missed watching the stream. Oh, that sounds like fun. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I think I've been keeping up to date with the YouTube exports, so it should be the archive should be up to date as well. um, all right. So are we set now? Is this good? Is this? Oh yeah. So the one in the secret panel, I do want to accommodate this one. I do want to do something here. Yeah. In this case, I'll just do the quick one. I'll just do like the yeah plus equals 10 or frame time plus 10. Yeah. Yeah, usually what happens in this case is that oh no, you know what? Wait a second. You know what? I'm actually going to get rid of this case because I'm going to say overtime is actually oh. Wait, yeah, do we still do overtime, right? Yeah, we do it right here. Okay. So you know what I'm going to do instead? So yeah, I'm going to keep this the same. Event time equals frame time. Event on blah blah. When we set overtime equals true, I'm just going to say in overtime, I'm going to say it's fine to have growth events during overtime. So I'm just going to say yeah. So that way it'll actually only yeah. So I'll go amend the original statement about like how we set growth paused, and it'll only be if event on and not overtime. Uh, so yeah. Uh, do, do, do. So yeah, so if event on and not overtime, because if it's an overtime, like that's fine. Like if we've run past the natural duration of the event, like that's just go for it. Just like you know, yeah. And then oh yeah. So what did I say as the timing uh for this? Because it should happen just immediately, right when we hit overtime. It'll just be yeah, like go time. Yeah. Uh, um, the uh, the events, yeah, the events you actually have to participate in. Well, no, so to influence the outcome of the event, you actually have to participate it during the event. However, you can actually get credit for participating after the event. So, for example, I'm gonna say, I know the event already concluded, and we already taught the villagers, etc., etc. But I'm going to say I want to disarm the haywire automatons because no one did that. So probably still important to do. So in chat I just said disarm, and then if we look over here, I actually gained experience for that. If we look in the logs, like oh, it's probably off screen. You probably can't see it yet, but this is my name because I'm linked by my Twitter account. My Twitter account number is 6085 blah blah blah, etc., etc. And so you can see here, I actually gained experience for that. So you can actually participate in an event after the end of the event. You don't influence the outcome of the event because the outcome has already been decided, and you don't get full credit. You get partial credit then. The other things, like the pretty bird smiling, those you don't have to do. Like those ones happen automatically. So yeah, don't worry about those. Um, uh, Glitchscape, I guess. Glitchscape is the game. Uh, huh. All right. So let's do what now? I think we're done with the growth pause scheduling thing. Oh no, we haven't done the GM side of it yet. And actually, I should double check that I'm not missing anything with the event on side. Uh, let's find if there are any other instances of this so that we can, etc., etc. Yeah, I think I already only searched down. I haven't searched up yet. So that's where to declare it. And this, that's not related. That's not related. Event on equals 1. No, we don't have to. We don't have to enable it. Like we don't have to like proactively set growth paused. Yeah, because then if if we proactively set it, it'd be the same thing as like, no, but in fact we shouldn't proactively set it. Yeah. So I guess actually, yeah, really all we're looking for is if growth on equals 0, and now we have done all of those. So yeah, the other thing that we look for now is GM active equals false. We'll just look at all the instances where we set GM active. Let's start at the top. At the top, I said. Okay, so, right, initializes to false. We set it to true when we get a GM. We set it to false when the GM departs. So this is a situation where if, excuse me, I'm not actually going to mute the microphone. I'm just going to, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to mute the microphone so that I sneeze off camera. Sorry, just one second. Sorry for the delay. Okay. So let's, yeah, right, okay, so growth pause, oh yeah, so frame time will be plus 10 seconds. Yeah, because this is not a situation wherein the player's gained experience, so we don't have to wait like a full 30 seconds or whatever. Alright, so what else? GM active, this one we got already when we were doing the event on business. Wait, why don't we, oh yeah, this is, yeah. Why don't we set event on to be false here? Is there a reason for that? I don't know. When do I use this half of init GM? When do I use this half of init GM? Sorry, I'm just curious now. Because it might be that I'm supposed to be setting event on to be false. Initgm equals, oh no, what is this one? Initgm, this is the case where initgm equals, -1, yeah. Oh, so it is this case. Excuse me. Huh. Yeah. I mean, I guess I should kind of be concluding the event. Well, no, I guess this is the case where I'm controlling the end of the event, or I'm controlling the, I'm basically taking over the event in that case. This is the case where I manually un-GM the GM. Which I guess kind of weird. I don't use it very often. And I guess it's up to me to use it correctly. Well, I don't know. I guess, I won't worry about that. Not really. Alright, so yeah, so let's continue looking for other places where initgm equals false. Because we're doing the growth thing, yeah, and that's fine. Okay, so find more of these. So yeah, kick GM. It just occurred to me, like in these cases, we're setting event time equals frame time plus 60. So yeah, so plus 10 is fine. Oh, and in this case we're setting, okay, this is one of the cases that we have to accommodate. And in this case we're setting event time is to be plus 20, so we might want to, yeah, I mean, I guess we can do frame time like plus, maybe I'll do like just plus 5, because like I want it to be spaced out by at least like 15 seconds. Oh, this is the start of the event. So yeah, no, actually I can do like plus 10. Because like the start, you don't gain experience at the start of the event, you gain experience at the end of the event. So there should be like at least 10-second spacing, and that'll be fine. All right, so all right, growth we already accommodated here. Oh yeah, but what is the timing here? In this case, we're saying. Oh no! In this case, we're not affecting the event time because this is the one where the GM departs manually. Uh, is it all right if you ask me what I think of an idea you came up with? That sounds fine. Sure, probably. I can't think of a reason why that wouldn't be fine. Um, all right, so yeah, the rest of these I think are okay. I think we've covered all of our bases now. Hopefully, it's a little dangerous what I'm doing. Kind of. I mean, I could check for it somehow. I could like uh Oh, that's amazing bonus present. Thank you very much. Oh man, that just reminded me. I don't have enough. I don't have very many boss battles in my life these days. It's been a while since I felt that complicated yet energizing bass riff in a boss battle theme. Um, um, okay, yeah. Today, I think I'm all set with the GM active thing. Right, I did cover all the bases here. Um, and that was yeah. No, I was just like I was just thinking like I could put in like checking to make sure that like something hasn't gone awry. Like I could put like a I don't even know what it'd be. I could like yeah, you know what I just don't it's just creepy taking it out of the schedule entirely. Like taking the growth opportunities out of the schedule entirely is a really great way to accidentally like have it never have growth opportunities again. And like I'm pretty sure the logic I put together is like okay, all right, but like I'm just thinking like I might want to put in like a fallback thing, like just in case. Um, yeah, whatever. I'm like nervous about it, so. um, all right, so growth. Yeah, let's go to growth, where we have this in the schedule. Oops. Yeah, here we go. So growth. What do we have after growth? Hide event data. Hide event data is less common than growth. Growth happens every 15 minutes. No, growth happens every 45 minutes. Hide event data? Why is this so low on the list? Hide event data. No, this happens more than every 45 minutes. This should be slightly higher on the list. Not that it makes a huge difference, but like it should be up here. Yeah. Hide event data. Oh, maybe yeah, I think this used to be I used to do hide event data only on like some specific events, but now I think I do it on actually let me double check how I use this. Uh I think I do this I thought I did this for every event, but maybe I only do this for live events. Oh, I only do this for live events. Okay, so that's why. Okay, never mind. Sorry. Never mind. Uh all right. So I'll put yeah, okay, so I'll put in so if do now equals check growth oh that's funny. I used to put underscores here. I guess that's why sometimes I put underscores and sometimes I don't. I guess for consistency I'll put underscores here. Not that I necessarily have to do that other places, but I will do it here. Okay, so if check growth, then we'll say if if Oh yeah, this is a little awkward with the schedule. It's basically like yeah, it's like I just have to like fix the schedule. So like I guess I basically just have to say like check growth. If or all right. I'm gonna say back with the growth thing. Oh, so I passed it. Uh, Back with the growth thing. I'm gonna say growth pause equals to growth pause time equals frame time equals frame time. Growth pause time. We'll set this. We'll set this as a. Ugh, no, this is dumb, and I should just wait. So the reason I like usually like I don't like worry about things in advance. Like I wait till something actually goes wrong before I worry about it. But no. So yeah. So you know what I'm gonna do instead, which is a lot simpler, is I'm just gonna say I'm gonna do the growth time thing. I'm not gonna bother with the like growth check growth or whatever. Like oh anim I can take that out. Uh, I'm not gonna bother with the this like this growth other thing that I was gonna add in. No, I'm just gonna so yeah, get rid of check growth. I'm just gonna have well at the end of the event we're just gonna print like if we are gonna keep track of what like what growth pause time or whatever growth pause time because we're gonna like if growth paused at the end of an event or like at some regular interval we're just gonna say like what the growth pause time has been, and if the growth pause time has been like over a certain amount, then we're gonna freak out. Um, uh, so yeah, that's like slightly less complicated than like the other stuff that I was gonna do, because like it's entirely possible that that what I've implemented is in fact valid, and I don't have to worry about any of this stuff. Uh, so yeah, so let's so with the other growth stuff, I guess I'll put so with the other growth stuff, I will put growth growth paused. Wait, where did I put growth paused? Because I should put them together. Oh, did I forget? I think I might have forgotten to declare it anyway. Oops. All right, growth paused equals false for starters. Growth pause time equals I don't know 0 for starters. Okay, and so so when we set yeah, so we set it equal to frame time, and then I don't know, I'll just do it like I'll just do it when we like evaluate passive points or something. I mean that makes sense enough. Or no, where is it? It's like when we oh wait, not init. Uh, oh no, the right. What was the was there's something that we do every minute. It's not like it's event points. Yeah. So I guess whenever we do event points, I'll say if if growth paused, if growth paused and growth pause time minus frame time minus growth pause time. Frame time time minus growth pause time is greater than I don't know what's like the danger number. So like these only happen every like 45 minutes. So um, so it'll only be if growth paused and not GM active. Actually, no. It can be GM can be active. I guess. So growth pause and not frame time and growth pause time uh, greater than yeah. What's like a worrying time period? I guess I'll just do like I don't know, like 15 minutes. Like for it to be paused for 15 minutes is kind of like a lot of time for it to be paused. Um, I don't have to check this every minute though. I'll do this on check fade, which I think check fade only happens every like 5 minutes or so. So yeah, in check fade we'll say if growth pause and not frame time, or whoops, no, not uh, frame time. If this is greater than so yeah, so what's like 15 minutes. Hey, X Slavier XX, how's it going? Welcome. Oh, sorry. There's a bunch more text that I haven't read, huh? All right, let me finish this thought and then I'll read chat. Uh, all right. So frame time. Yeah. So what is 15 minutes? 60 times 15. Uh, calculator. Uh, 60 times 15. 900. So if this is greater than 900, then uh, we'll print uh, uh, it's been forever since growth time or something, and then we'll print uh, frame time minus growth time. Uh, yeah, I guess. All right, sure. I'm just paranoid. Okay, so what did I miss in chat? Thought of something interesting, or thought of something a little while back. I thought it'd be interesting to make a simulator game and living the life of nobility. And more recently, I came up with a game mechanic that would probably tie in pretty well with such a game. Basically, in the game, you start out as one character, but given certain cues, you will switch over to control another character. That was an NPC you interacted with. I haven't fully thought it all out yet, but one basic idea is that, say you have a job to compete, and when you do, they're competing for another NPC. You become that NPC. There was a racing game. I guess it was a while ago, but there was a racing game a few years back, or maybe it was a lot of years back. I might be a really old person. Where like I think you could like basically like become like any driver. I think there was like a racing game where like there was like a big like game world, and you could basically like take over a driver. Like you could become that driver. Like you didn't like you weren't a person that like pulled them out of their car and jumped into the car. You were just kind of like this ethereal like ghost entity that like kind of like became the driver of that car, kind of, which is which I guess what the thing that you're saying is kind of what it reminds me of. It might be worth looking into that game to see, how they did it, because that that it's always helpful. Like there's so much that you learn when you like try some Driver San Francisco. Is that it? Thank you. Uh, uh, whenever you do something like new in game development, like there's always so many things that you don't expect going in, that sometimes it's just really helpful to see like someone else like how someone else tackled the same sort of challenges, because like there's probably going to be a lot of things that like you might not have thought of necessarily on your own, that like that might become clear from seeing someone else's approach to it. So yeah, that was like, I don't know, but it's probably viable, right? Because that was like that game, if I'm remembering correctly, and it sounds like I might be, the that game, it was like big budget, like right? It was like AAA, so clearly, I mean, that would seem to imply that it could be a viable idea. um, I would be interested to see how that game turns out. Uh, so uh, yeah, okay. So I finished patching up the growth thing just in case, and or if we have like we have this message that we can look for just in case anything goes wrong. But like that was even an aside to an aside, because like what was what was I actually doing? Oh yeah, I was doing the queued, right? I was like I was still in the process of like setting up the queued stuff, and I was thinking like, oh, the or the like the dot q value, dot q. I was just thinking of like how to handle that, and like the situations where uh, wait, where's the wait, dot q. Oh, right. So the messages are at the bottom of the graphics thing. Oh, that was the messages thing. Right. So when we add experience, we'll always set queued equal true. There's not going to be any delay or anything like that. We were thinking maybe we could do that, but no, nah, nah. Um, all right. So let's uh, let's do what? Uh, um, yeah. So let's actually. So right. So the add experience one. Is there anything else that we need to do? Oh, like name tag. Yeah, name tag ready equals true. Add experience. I was gonna say add experience. Oh yeah, yeah. So this is like, yeah, if not lurking. Oh, you know, maybe I'll only set name tag ready equal true. Ah, name tag. Nah, whatever. I won't associate name tag ready and lurking. With the lurking thing though, like, yeah, I was gonna say this is where I would handle the name tag stuff, but I think actually instead of setting up the name tag stuff in advance, I'm going to proceed as far as I can without having like those extra like name tag values that I had set up earlier, because I don't want to use those like name tag values if I don't have to. So yeah, I'm gonna call this okay for now, and then go on, and then eventually those things will come up, because eventually we'll get to the part of the animation refactoring where we reference those values and either have to upkeep them or replace them with something else. So, uh, oh, something I that didn't occur to me until just now is that I haven't been paying attention. Like I changed how name tags work yesterday. I'm like I have no clue if they actually like work correctly. I hope they do. I need to. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at the game right now to see someone who's. Yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah. I just wanted to make sure, like, when you have like a name tag and experience, like you see your experience, like your experience value stays on screen long enough for you to actually read it, and it looks like that is true. I don't necessarily like how like the name tags like they like cover up the player's head a little bit, like when they pop in. I think I liked it better when they didn't do that, but it's not the worst thing in the world, so I might just leave it like that. Sorry for putting my face so close to the camera so for so long, so repeatedly. Another idea for a system just described was actually the first thing I started thinking. I came up with it. Imagine a detective game where you can be the victim, the detective, and the. Oh, have you played Ghost Trick? Cause, um, that again, it's not exactly what you're describing, but it just I was from what you described, I was reminded of it. Ghost Trick is just a good game in general. Is it Ghost Trick? Is that the one I'm thinking of? It's a DS game uh, where you play as a. Yeah, is this one? Yeah. It's like I don't know. It's like a puzzle game. It's a puzzle game, um, but it has like really good story, and the animation is adorable, and the the plot runs like similar to like what you were saying with like the detective criminal, like you get to see like a lot of different sides of the story sort of thing. um I don't know, it wouldn't be that difficult to be a detective if you were also the victim though, right? Because you if you were the victim you'd kind of know most of the details, right? Well, I don't know, I guess that's not 100% always the case, but I don't know, again, I'd be interested to see how that turns out. um the thing about game ideas is that like a game idea can seem really good and then also become a really horrible game, and vice versa. Like a really like bad game idea can turn into a great game. So like these are interesting ideas, but it's like there's virtually no way to know how they're going to pan out until. And then the other thing is like you can take the same idea and turn it into either a really good game or a really bad game depending on like the decisions you make along the way. So like I see no specific reason why the things you're describing couldn't be good games, but proof's in the pudding, I guess, a little bit. Okay, so add experience. I think we're good with that. So let's level up, I guess. So if ng message, if the next graphic message index 0 equals level up, then in this case, yeah, so it'll be basically like what we do here, except, oh yeah, the way we handle this is going to be fun, super fun. Um, Right. So it's not that. So we don't say gain plus equals blah blah blah. We say what is it that we say? We say level or L up. Is it L up? Uh, dot append ng message index 2. Because when the player levels up, we keep like a list of like the levels that they've gained. Because if they gain multiple levels really fast, they might gain levels faster than we can show it. But Donna, it's nothing personal, Donna, but that's not helpful to chat. So please don't, if you don't mind. Um, okay. So, uh, let's, yeah, I think this is good. It's L up, I think. I'm pretty sure this is the value that I'm thinking of. Yeah. Yeah, this is good. All right, so when the player levels up, we oh yeah, so what is this? So this lurking queue, yeah, this is all true. Um, oh, I think for level up actually, I think for level up we even let lurking players get queued. Nah, there's no urgency in doing that. Queue is just yeah. Well, no, maybe we should, because otherwise it'd be a little weird to just leave it like hanging around. Um, oh, yeah, you know what else I just remembered is we actually don't even do this. Like we don't even process gains if the player's lurking, because otherwise, like if the player gained a bunch of experience while they were lurking, as soon as they stopped lurking, then hmm. Hmm. I guess so the name tag ready thing, should we also only do this if not lurking? Yeah, and so in this case, actually maybe I will only process level ups. Yeah, you know what? I mean, I'm only going to show level ups for players who are not lurking. Lurkers can find out whether they level up. Oh, so I mean, if I'm filtering all of this stuff out, if I'm filtering the stuff, wait, so leveling up has nothing to do with name tag being. Oh. Wait a second. You can only level up if you gained experience. So this shouldn't be a separate thing. This should be like a this should be part of the gaining experience thing. I just realized. All right, so how should this go? Oh yeah, you can get rid of this. Um, so right, so so if not G player dictionary ng, so if not lurking, then we'll add the gains, and then we'll say yeah, I think I'm only going to show the level ups for the players who are actually not lurking. Uh, yeah. So L up. Oh yeah, yeah. If what'll it be? It'll be ng new next graphic message. If next graphic message index 3 is greater than 0, that'll be the indication that this was a level up. And so in this case, we'll say level up dot append message 3. Oops, not 34, 3. Yeah, so when we gain experience and level up, we'll send in both. If we gain experience and don't level up, we'll just send in like 0 or -1 or something as the as that value. So Q equals true. Yeah. And name tag ready equals true. Yeah. All right. Well, so yeah, the other thing that was occurring to me is that like the other thing that was occurring to me is that like if we're filtering out basically everything for the players who aren't lurking, we should just not even send this message through if the player's lurking. If the player's lurking, we just don't send the message at all. Right? But then like I mean I'm not putting the name tag ready thing in there, so I'd have to like change how I do name tag ready. Like just so how to handle that, I guess. So like I like don't set name tag. I don't know. I don't know how to do that exactly. Um, uh, so uh, let's I'm trying to cut down as much processing, like as much unnecessary processing as possible from this thread. So I think I might do that. I might only do this in the case that the player is not lurking. So, and then so yeah, I do have to do the name tag ready equals true thing. And I just I guess like when the player comes out of lurking, yeah, when the player comes out of lurking, we'll set name tag ready equals true. Is that weird? No, that's fine because if the player had been lurking previously, then they wouldn't have any gain value. So if they didn't have any gain value, then yeah, that should be fine. Okay, so in the lurking case, we'll also say Q equals true. So right, so if we're saying lurking equals false, then we'll say Q equals true, and we'll say name ready equals true. We'll say both of these things. I think that should be fine. Okay, so then when we add the add experience message, we'll only put this. Yeah, where do we put this? Because I think we only show. No, we should add experience anytime the player's not lurking. Yeah. So we can put this right in the add experience function, I think. I haven't actually put this anywhere yet, have I? No. Okay. So we'll go to add exp and where is it? Oh no, it's up. So add exp. So don't we check for lurking here? Oh, we used to check for lurking. We check for not lurking. Okay, but we're actually not going to do this here. Oh yeah, so right, because the thing is like, if we level up or not, we need to do this accordingly. So let's actually let's do it down here. So let's this down here is actually where we'll do the if not lurking AQ blah blah blah. And actually, I guess we don't even need to do the AQ if the LQ happened. So what we can say here is we'll say like L up so like this L up equals 0, and then so then if this whole stuff happens, then like this L up equals blah blah, and so this L up equals our new level, and then yeah, so then we can say so we do the level queue and everything somewhere in here. Yeah, level queue. Oh yeah, we don't have to worry about this. Oh wait, we don't have to. Oh no. We do still do. We'll keep the L up thing because there is the game. There are two sides to the level up thing. There's the game data side and there's the graphics side. So we do want to keep the L up thing. All right. So then down here, so we can say if this L up is greater than no, if this L up equals 0, then we'll add the player to the A queue. But otherwise, we don't have to worry about that. And then in either scenario, we'll say, graphics messages, global graphics messages. And then we'll say graphics messages dot append, and then the message will be, how's it go? It goes add xp. The first value is name, right? Name. The second value is the amount of experience gained, which in this case is exp. And then then this L up, in case we leveled up. Because regardless of whether we leveled up or not, we do send a value in that position. But in the case that we didn't level up, it's just value 0. Yeah. And then we only do any of this if not lurking. And I think that's good. Yeah, I think that's good. So let's do what then? Is that? I mean, this is the only place where we add experience, right? This is like this is the bottleneck. Hey, congratulations, whoever that is. This would be yeah. This is good, and that covers leveling up as well. So the karma queue. I haven't done the karma queue yet, because that's another one. The karma queue, or the DQ as it's called, but I've done the L queue, the A queue, and the J queue, the level up queue, the action queue, and the join queue. So yes, I think it might be just the karma queue at this point. We'll see. And like I say, like that's all, but like really all I've done is set up the messaging between the threads. I haven't actually set up the thread itself. I just want to make sure that we got all the data passed through, because that's like the tricky part. The other part, I don't know. Hopefully, because we did this part first, the other part might be smooth sailing. Maybe. Let's hope. We'll find out. So yeah, karma queue. So it was the DQ. D for donation. DQ. So DQ append, what is it that we... Oh, actually, we don't actually have to send anything this way. Oh, no. We do have to send something this way. Oh, wait. We also have to send way more information for the add experience thing. Yeah, now that I think about it, we have to send way more information, because, like, yeah, no, I forgot. Like, this isn't just about, like, the notification. Like, this isn't just about, like, oh, hey, by the way, this is about, all of the data that we need for the regular processing of this. So I'll have to do one more sweep across the definition of like the adventure graphics that we set up before, because like I'm sure some like just off the top of my head, like I forgot to send over level percentage integer. I forgot to send over level experience, and probably some other things too, like bonuses. Technically, you can gain bonuses by playing this game, technically. So I should handle that stuff too. All right, so I'm not done, but I'm getting there. We're making progress, such progress. Uh, um, all right, so let's all right, we can do the DQ first though. So DQ, basically we have to once we recalculate like the wait, if LI not in session donators and LI, yeah, we're not gonna. All right, this is where we add stuff to the DQ. But like the other thing that we have to do is where's the part where we recalculate stuff like or the karma history? Yeah, where's the thing? Oh, I guess it's here actually. So wait, so for length of session donations, uh, if the length of session donations is greater than for LI in lines, new list equals append. If LI not in session donators and LI in player dictionary dot keys. Oh, wait a second. I don't know if this is actually even satisfactory. This logic that we have here? I'm only for LI in lines, lines being session donators data that we read in. Yeah, technically, I think technically this logic here is was a bit flawed in the first place. So I guess it's good that I came back here because I think sorry, Susan. Um, I think I think yeah. I mean, I guess it's like not it's not the worst thing in the world the way it's set up now, but like I don't think it's very good either. um, I should just do what? I mean, maybe I knew this wasn't perfect, and I just like went with the best thing that I had available at the time. But like, no, I feel like I should. No, I can figure this out. Yeah, I don't. Wait, so for LI in lines, new list. I mean, like, I guess this isn't a bad thing per se, but it's not sufficient, I guess, is what I mean. Uh, so I'm probably going to take this out, but I won't do it yet. Yeah, so if the length of session blah, 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 if the length of session donations is greater than or equal to the length of the lines, uh, then session time equals time dot time, sure, with session. Oh yeah, session time. Yeah, session donations. Wait, what is session time used for even? I don't remember. Probably something important. All right. Uh, Thank you, Zankler. That's very sweet of you to say. I'm happy to be I'm happy to be doing it. So it works out. Thank you very much. Um, uh, yeah, I don't know what session time is for. It's probably something important. No, I think I remember what it's for. It's just about like I don't remember what it's for actually. But all right. So session donations. What do I use session time for? Oh, karma history. Yeah, sure. Whatever. All right. I don't. Whatever. All right. So session donations. For p key in player dictionary.keys, if the length of player dictionary p key karma history. Oh, we just use this as an opportunity to like rinse the history data? I mean, I guess it's not a bad idea to do that here. It seems a little unnecessary considering how many other places we do this, but uh, oh, yeah, no, I guess this is the one situation where it can actually go upwards instead of downwards. Oh, yeah. So I guess like in the other situations, we only account for the downward movement. Okay. So I guess that makes sense. Okay. Uh, yeah, I feel like, hey, congratulations, whoever that is. I feel like the so for pkey in player dictionary.keys, if the length of player dictionary pkey.karma history is greater than 0, where do, I feel like I wrote this a long time ago. I feel like I'm missing the part where we actually like add to the karma history, but maybe we haven't gotten to that point yet. Maybe it's just like happens later on, and we're just so the k total plus equals karma history. It just seems like a weird order to do this in. Like I get that we add to the karma history at some point, but like I don't know. I would have guessed it to happen later. I won't poke at it though, because like as far as I can tell, the karma system does work correctly, even if I don't remember exactly why. Thank you, Marticus. No, this whole thing is not in just one file. I assure you, this whole thing is not just in one file. Like 99.999% of it is in one file, but there is technically one other file. um, so so let's do what then? Uh, I guess I just want to make sure that I'm doing this correctly. Oh, no, the one thing that I really have to do correctly is yeah, no, where's the part where I actually calculate like the session karma, 30-day karma. So like this is like the part that I have to do. Like more so than all the other parts, like this part I have to do correctly. Wait, did I change it so that session karma and 30-day karma were not persistent values? Because I think I changed my mind about that. I think I do want them to be persistent values. Let me double check. I might have changed that in another location. Yeah, I did change it. I'm changing it back. Oops. Alright. Yeah. Oops. So yeah, because the thing that I just realized is that I want to do like I did in the other places where the we only actually like message this through if it actually changes, because if it doesn't change, then there's no reason to send a message, and that will reduce processing on the other thread. I'd rather do more processing on this thread, and this isn't even more processing really. So yeah. Alright, so did I delete session karma and 30-day karma from the definition of the adventure? Probably did, right? Yeah, I did. So let's give it back. Session karma and 30-day karma are back. Back, baby. Alright. Yeah. Alright. I'm still like slightly at a loss for how this all works, but I guess I don't really have to worry about how it all works, because I don't have to change how the karma queue or the DQ. I kind of want to, but no, I won't stress about it right now. No, I'll stress about it, but not like immediately. First, I'll do this other thing, then I'll stress about it. So, so for I in range, place I. What is place I? Oh, oh. Place I equals -1 for I in range length lines if length. Yeah. Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, no, we can totally do it in this loop. I don't know why we do the DQ thing up here. I think I just shouldn't. I feel like I just shouldn't. Uh. Oh, if L. if LI not in session donators, I still think that's not sufficient. I still think this is just not sufficient. So yeah, but like I said, I'll worry about that later. Okay, so player name session karma s total equals s total. So oh yeah, so you know what I need to do here is so for I in range blah 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 whatever. I'll say like s orig equals 0. We'll say uh, well, no, sorry, excuse me. S-orig will equal session karma. Uh, S-orig equals session karma. T-orig equals 30-day karma. 30-day karma. And A-orig equals all-time karma. Because actually no, these have to change. It's not possible that these are the same thing. Wait a second. Alright, so the thing that's confusing about this is that we don't, like, we calculate these values because it's convenient to have these values on hand, but we also, like, recalculate them frequently. And so, like, while these values are, when we know these values, it's important to hold on to these values because they're weird to calculate. The other thing is that, oh, I remember what session time was for. All right. Sorry. Um, although it's important to what was it saying? Yeah, it's important to remember these values so that we don't have to recalculate them. So, yeah. But then like there are junctures where we recalculate them. So, all right. I'll just like do anything, and then if it doesn't work, I'll come back and like worry about other things. Um, but like in terms of like the vital information, yeah, no, this wouldn't be evaluating if there wasn't something to gain. So we don't have to do the checking if like anything has changed, because if this is evaluating, then that means something has necessarily changed. So so for that reason, I actually can ditch the session karma and the 30-day karma thing, which I just undid. But like I'm just in case I have to toggle it again later, I'm not gonna worry about it right now. So so if line 0 in research, what does research mean in this context? Uh, huh. All right. So if name in player dictionary dot keys. All right. So this is the scenario where wait, if name in player dictionary dot keys, why is this data writing an else case? Oh no, the reading is the else case. Right, because if the player's in the player dictionary, then that means we already have that data open. We don't have to, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so yeah, so I'll just say I guess this is as fine a place as any for global graphics messages, graphics messages dot append, and so what is this? This is add karma. Oh yeah, so wait, so it's a list of add karma, comma, name. What is the player's name in this case? Our name. Our name. And then like float line 1, I guess? Float line 1. Or actually, we could just send over their new karma history, right? Because we already added this to their karma history, right? Have we not updated their karma history yet? I feel like we must have updated their karma history by now. Yeah, oh, dot pop. Wait, karma history. Where's the part where we add the, what? We're adding karma, so we have to add the new, oh, okay, here it is, dot append, yeah, okay. So maybe we'll just pass through the karma history. But we just calculated the session karma, 30-day karma, all-time karma, so we might as well send that through as well, I guess. Yeah, so, but we'll send the karma history first, because that's like the important part. Or the most important part. Where is it? Here. So karma history, and then, yeah, and then like all-time karma, I guess. Which I guess is, I'll use these values because they're easier. T total, S total. And actually, if I get rid of those values, I can just like basically, I already have S total and T total, so I can just like basically just get rid of those lines altogether. Yeah, this should be fine. Is there something else that I have to do here? No, I think this is good. So, yeah. And then, yeah, I don't even need to do this, the DQ thing. I mean, I should be doing the DQ thing here. Yeah. I don't know why I'm not just doing the DQ thing here. I feel like I should just be doing it here. So, yeah, I'm just going to do that. So, yeah. So the DQ, etc., we'll just do that. We can just get rid of this entirely, right? What was the other term that I just cut? Karma Q. Oh, karma Q. Wait, is that even a real thing? That sounds made up. Oh, no, yeah. No, I am using that for something different. And I don't have to do that anymore, but I do have to set that on the other side. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so where was it that we were just doing that? Yeah, so with the graphics messages, blah, blah, blah. DQ append, except this time it's our name, not li. Right? I can't for the life of me figure out why I had this in that other location instead. It makes me nervous, because like, if things, I don't know, maybe I just never noticed that it was like the other implementation was insufficient. Because not like the other implementation was like terrible, it was just like, it was just insufficient. There were cases that it didn't account for. And maybe I was just a little more like naive or like uncertain when I implemented the system, but like at this point it seems fairly obvious to me. So am I declaring the DQ to be global, or am I just like assuming that it works? Maybe I don't have to, but I'm going to anyways. I'm gonna say global DQ. Okay. And then yeah, so we append our name, and then yeah, so yeah, so when we get this when we process this message, we will set when we process this message, we will oh. I was going to say, like, the other thing that we did here is we set the karma Q value to be true. I was going to say we can just send it in through this message, but, like, these Qs evaluate in a different order, so... Karma Q. Oh, that's weird. Maybe I won't set DQ here. Maybe I'll actually just wait until this gets processed and then set DQ once this is processed. Because, like, the DQ doesn't actually matter here. The DQ matters once this is processed. Yeah. Because DQ is different. Actually, DQ is a bit like level up Q in that way. So maybe I should make LQ do that as well. Because, like, the thing about these is that it doesn't really matter when it happens, it matters once it gets processed. The action queue is a little different, because the action queue is more like the action queue works with the name tag ready thing, because like so like for all of these things there's a gap between when when we know it's going to happen and when it's actually ready to happen. And so with the name tag thing, all we have to do is refrain from showing the name tag until the name tag's ready. With the with these, we actually shouldn't be putting the character on screen until it's time, until we know that they're ready. Because like with the level up, like the character flashes level up from the very moment they enter the screen, and with karma queue, they have their new karma the second they enter the screen. So yeah, I should actually be getting rid of the LQ stuff. Yeah, from ad experience. So all right, I'm just gonna do that real quick while I'm thinking about it. So we can keep LQ, and it'll actually, it doesn't have to be global anymore. We don't need to. Because we like level Q and DQ, LQ and DQ will handle inside the thing now. So whatever, I'll just leave it like that for now. It's not gonna hurt anything there. But I do have to remember to add the reference to LQ in the level up message. So now when we so now when we add experience, we have to so we append the level up, and then we also say LQ dot append LQ dot append what's the player's name in this case? It's ng message. I keep thinking that says ng mag for some reason. Yeah, so the player's name, which in this case is that. Okay, so good. It's good that we came here, because now if ng message index 0 if ng message index 0 equals what was it, add karma? I forget what I called it, but we're calling it that. Then so as per usual, we say if ng message index 1 is in player dictionary.keys, then we'll say player dictionary gplayer dictionary index ng message index 1 dot karma history equals what did we call that? Ng message index 2, I think, and then I think it was karma history, all time karma, 30-day karma, session karma. So all time karma equals ng message index 3, 30-day karma, 30-day karma, oh no, 30-day history, 30-day karma, karma equals ng message index 4, and then message index 5 is session karma, if I recall correctly. Yeah, and like 30-day karma and session karma get recalculated on occasion, but we won't recalculate them unnecessarily. All right, so let me just double check that the message is formatted. Oh, and the DQ, sorry. So DQ dot append ng message index 1. Yeah. And what was it? Players karma queue equals true. Karma queue equals true. Karma queue is just in case, like, hypothetically a player can get added to the DQ multiple times before they actually get out of the DQ. But if they get out of the DQ once, it counts for like all of the times. So yeah. Okay. So yeah, let me just double check that that was set up. That is how I set it up correctly. I have a very short-term memory. It's like really short. It's like so karma history, and then yeah. So those are all-time, 30-day, and session. Okay. Yeah. So I guess I don't have to keep track of session karma and but whatever. I just whatever. I'll get rid of it later. And it's not like no, I just won't care about it right now. Yeah, I just don't care. Okay. So so what now? There were other things that I thought of. I said I'd do the DQ thing first, but like the other things that I thought of. Oh yeah, I'm not passing in all the information I need, right? That was the conclusion that I came to. Um, right. So the level percentage. So what am I not passing in yet? I am passing in experience. Oh, but I don't need experience. I never need to know the experience level, so actually I can get rid of that one. Uh, Gain, I'm doing. Q, I'm doing. Name tag, I don't. I hope I don't have to do that, but we'll see. Name tag ready, I'm doing. Bonuses, I'm not doing yet, not fully. So let's do that real quick. So what? How can that one even change? There's only one situation where that can even change. So let's go to the gamma badge. Gamma badge, yeah. There are two places where we can get the gamma badge, and so sorry. If name in backlink dictionary, if gamma badge not in player, blah blah blah, etc. etc. Wait. If name in backlink. Whoa, what? Oh yeah, this is so crunky. This whole situation here. All right, I'm gonna kind of sidestep a bit of this by just saying like has badge equals equals gamma badge in player dictionary bonuses. Has badge or yeah. So if gamma badge in player dictionary blah blah bonuses, then like we don't. Yeah, if we already have the badge, then we don't care. But then, so yeah, so whether we have the badge is determined by that. Wait, where are we? We can assume that the player's in the dictionary, right? Yeah, we can assume that. Okay. Oh no. Can we? Yeah. Yeah, we can assume that because we do it in both cases. Where are we? Oh yeah, this is the late participation thing. So yeah, so the player's in the player dictionary. All right, so has badge. So then after we check whether the badge or not or whatever, then we're gonna say if not has badge and well, all right. Well, this is the phrasing here is like a little bit dumb, but basically we're gonna check. We're like it's that difference thing. It's like we're not gonna send this over all the time. We're only gonna send this message in the case that we didn't have the badge, but now we do have the badge. So if we didn't have the badge before and now we have it, then we're gonna send the message. Then we're gonna send a message. All right. No graphics. Messages. I guess this will be like award badge, and then or no, it doesn't have to be anything so like fancy. It can just be actually I guess it is a little cleaner to just send over the new badge. Yeah, and badges are strictly additive. They're not like there's never a time that you can lose a badge. So yeah, we'll just say we'll just say like award badge. Award badge, and then in this case it's gamma badge. Gamma badge. Okay. So yeah, and we only send that in the case that we actually gained it. But then yeah, so we'll actually do something like this because there are three ways that you can gain the gamma badge. I think, if I recall correctly. Oh no, there's only two. There's only two, now that I think about it. I lied. There's only two. Okay, but they're both very similar, and here's the other one. Alright, so let's get this indented to the right level, which it is actually. Has badge equals the gamma badge in bonuses. Oh, I need to make sure I'm using peak key correctly. So has badge equals gamma badge in player dictionary key bonuses. Right, but yeah, so it's peak key here, not name. It's peak key. Not PF path, peak key. Peak key instead of name. Oh, whoops, wow, no, I have to say what the player's name is, duh. Someone got the gamma badge. No, I have to be a little more specific than that. Alright, I have to do that in both of these cases. In this case, it's name. Yeah, okay, there we go. Alright, there we go. So, oh, I am keeping track of bonuses, I hope, for both players, in both, I hope I remember to keep track of bonuses for, not just for the graphics adventure. Yeah, okay, I'm keeping track of bonuses in both cases. Alright, so now let's go to, the messaging place, and we'll add another message for this. So if ng message index ng message index 0 equals award bonus, then we'll check if the player's in the player dictionary as per usual. Oh yeah, and speaking of as per usual, I will as per usual put in this else case for when the player's not in the player dictionary. Because, again, it shouldn't be happening. It shouldn't be happening that is the case, but if it does, it'll be worth noticing. Oh, and you know what? I'm not just going to say... I'm not just going to say... In these ghost player cases, I'm actually going to... I'm not going to say... ng message index 1. I'm going to just say the whole ng message. Whoops. Oops. Yeah, no, in these ghost player messages, so it'll be the whole message. That way I can know exactly like what, well, not exactly, but I'll know more of what is the context for this weird error. So replace. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So when awarding bonuses, we say, so if ng message should keys. I mean, it shouldn't be the case. Like, there's no reason that. So if it should be the case that this bonus that we're awarding is that the player doesn't already have it, because we already checked that technically. But I'm just gonna check it again, because like the worst. No, you know what? No, I'm just going to trust it, right? Because I'm trying to cut down on computation as much as possible here. So as much as I can, I should be not adding in unnecessary checks. So, oops, sorry, I was not paying attention to chat. Chat message from Twitch into input. Cool. Yeah, let me know if you need help getting started with the Twitch IRC and stuff, because that's what I'm doing now, kind of. TwitchHacks insert game here, where basically the people in Twitch chat will be able to specify any arbitrary place in the game's memory they want. That sounds terrifying, and I say go for it. How are you going to find time to make all these games, though? That's like the third idea you've had. Third or fourth? I don't know. You've been having like ideas like nonstop. I'm sorry, I'm not actually going anywhere. I'm just going to mute the microphone for 1 second, but I'll be right back. Excuse me, sorry. All right, uh, so I'm not going to bother checking if I'm just going to award this. Because, like, worst case scenario, the player ends up with two versions of the same badge. But I don't actually expect that ever to happen, really. Because I think our logic is pretty good. Well, fine, I'll check. Because, like, this just doesn't happen very often. So the computational power here is, like, not at a premium or anything. So if oh yeah, what am I actually trying to do here? Like, so if ng message index 2 not in, or if ng message 2 in gplayer blah 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 dot bonuses dot bonuses, then that's weird. So let's print duplicate bonus. Let's print out ng message and also the player's bonuses list. And then else, in the else case, we'll say the player's bonuses dot append ng message index 2. Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah. Let's now what? Now what shall we do? Now we can I just remembered how last week I added in the whole Gambit system, and then I never added in the thing that the Gambit system was meant to be for. I'll probably want to do that at some point, but here I'm distracted with art this week. All right. Yeah. Right. Okay. So I think we're done. We're good with bonuses now. That should be sufficient. Bonuses are not that complicated. So what next? What now? All right. So our adventures. So name is fine. Position NT. All fine. Gain Q. Name tag. Bonuses. Bonus index level. Level. Oh, yeah, I need to be updating level when the player levels up. Yeah. Alright, so let's do that real quick. Add exp. Right, so when the players level up, not only do we increment that, but we also say the player dot level equals ng message 3. Or yeah, no, this is good. Oh wait, no, I think we actually do this. I think this step we don't do here. I think this step we actually do when we're processing the level ups in the queue. No. Yes. No, we do it there. Kind of. Okay, yes, no, I was wrong. Yeah, we'll get to that later. That's going to be another different process, which is a little weird, but we'll get to it. Okay. So yeah, bonuses, bonus die level, yes, that's fine for now. Level percent, yeah, we're not doing level percentage integer, and we're not doing level experience yet. So let's go to add exp. Let's actually go to the other half of it first. Let's go to this one, because we might need to move things around a little bit. Because LPTCI, or level percent int, where do we calculate that? Is it down here that we actually do all that stuff? No. Yeah, it is. It totally is. It's down here. So we'll move this down even lower. Uh, we can put it, yeah, I'll put it here. Right, because the other things that we have to pass through, this level up, and what else? Like, level percentage int, yeah. Level percentage int, and level experience. Where's level experience? That's a, where are we calculate? Oh, level experience, yeah, here we go. Okay. Alright. It's just those, right? So level experience and level percentage int. I think that's good. So yeah, where's the... So now we have to pass those values, or we have to catch those values. So we're passing those values through. So now we have to say, so name tag ready, blah, blah, blah. So gplayer, hey, congratulations to those of you who leveled up. Hey, look at all you. Look at you. Look at you leveling up. Wow, so many levels up. You guys are really good at this game. That must have been a sweet new type of insect you guys discovered. Okay, so ng message. So yeah, what is this? This is that. What did I say? I think I said level experience first. Equals ng message. Oops, nope, not gm. ng message index 4, I guess it would be, and then lastly level percent integer equals ng message 5. Why is this in square braces? It's not supposed to be in square braces. Yeah. Alright, now we're good with those, I think. I put that in that order. I have a really short-term memory. So, experience then percentage. Yeah, experience then percentage. Okay, good. So, level percentage. Okay, so level percentage integer, level up. We did part. Yeah, that's all internal. Acted, we're doing. Are we doing acted? I might have forgot to do acted. Oh, no, wait, are we doing acted? I know I thought about it, but I forget if I actually did it. Yeah. Oh yeah, okay, acted, yeah. Okay, yeah, acted and lurking, we are doing that. Okay. Okay. Lurking, banned. Oh yeah, we're not doing banned, and we're not doing renames yet. So banned and rename, we need to do those. Frame, that's internal. Karma, we're doing. Karma Q, we're doing. All-time karma. Oh, did I change the thing? Did I take the level Q out of? Did I take the level Q out of adding experience? Level Q. Yeah, I guess I must have, because I'm not really seeing it there. Okay. So. Yeah. Karma Q. So yeah, so 30-day, so Karma Q, all-time karma, 30-day karma, session karma, karma history, and current energy. I'm pretty sure I'm doing all of those. So yeah, so band and name, I need to update, because band and name are the things that can change about a player. Oh. Yeah. Technically, this happens on a third thread. So there's now a third thread involved with all of this, which I think should be fine. Maybe. I hope so. I don't know. I hope so. I mean, there are ways I can get around it if need be. I don't know. Yeah, it should be fine. Yeah, it should be fine. Okay. Let's yeah, uh banning and name changing. Banning and name changing. In response to what you asked before, I actually have quite a bit of free time to work on things. um productive things. What are productive things? um uh so okay, so there's ban and there's unban. Alright, so I guess technically, yeah, those are two different cases. And I want to handle both of these. Alright, so if comm lines equals ban, then what do we do here? I guess we just say uh, yeah, we'll say uh, so global graphics messages graphics messages dot append. It'll be a list of ban, and then the player's name, which in this case is name, and then it will be true. Yeah. And then in the unban case, it'll be basically the same thing, except it'll be ban equals false. So yeah. Oh yeah, and I should do the global graphics messages. Did we just teleport? We just teleported to the river, didn't we? Why did we just teleport to the river? It's not even time for like an event that takes place in the river. End transition complete. It tells us. Oh, it did say the environment transition initiated a while back. I swear we just teleported. What time is it? It is 5:52. I'm gonna make a note of that just because like it seems sketchy. I don't know. Oh, did I close my other note? Apparently closed my other note, which I think was, I'm pretty sure 2:30. So 2:30 graphics glitch. I just so yeah, what was the other one? 5:30. We said this was 5:52. 5:50 teleport. I don't know. I changed some of the way the graphic stuff works. I've changed a lot. We were changing a lot of the graphic stuff. So I'm just interested to know like what might be going wrong before these major like this yeah. So when I thread the graphics, like I don't know. I'll yeah. We'll see. We'll see. All right. So all right. So global graphics. All right. So ban equals true. Cool. And then so I'm not handling this message yet, but I want to. And then uh, I guess yeah. All right. So let's yeah. Something just occurred to me is like I should like put in like a very simple else case to, I don't know, just like the messages are like prone to typos and stuff, so I should make sure to try and handle that as well as I can at least. So let's say all right, so graphics so banning, that's good. So yeah, the other one is name changing. Oh wait. Where did I ban equals true, ban equals false. Oh yeah, wait, no, I was gonna do the global graphics message declaration. Robble, robble, robble. Alright, so then, yeah, the other one is name, the name command. Because, like, in the name command, uh, uh, oh, okay. So, yeah, I'll just do two separate whatevers. So, global graphics, so rename, or I'll just call it name. Name, and so it's not going to be false. In this case, it's going to be, what is it? Comm lines 2. Doop-a-doop. Comm lines 2, and then in the other case, it's going to be, in this case down here, this is the case where this is the case where we're resetting the player's name. So we can say comm lines 1, comm lines index 1. We use comm lines index 1 instead of name, because name is lowercase, whereas comm lines 1 has a chance of not being lowercase. Yeah. And like I try and preserve like capitalization correctly, like when I can. I just like can't always. Hey Corley, how's it going? Welcome. Uh, and Colt said, when I do work on stuff, quite a bit, but I can use the time. I typically wind up not working on things to try things I haven't tried before yet. I feel I've been growing quite a bit as a programmer, but I can definitely use more experience. Yeah, I think there's really something valuable about spending time on things you want to spend time on, because like it's fine to like work on things that you don't really care about that much, but I just feel like it's a better use of time to like work on things that you really care about. Who knows, maybe I'll change my tune down the line, but that's my current state of mind. So okay. Let's okay, so now we have all these commands. Oh, but we're not handling the band command, and we're not handling the name command yet. So let's do that. So let's go back to the add xp chunk. Yeah, so we need a oh yeah, so like I was saying before, I just need like an else. I just want like an else case for so we can just print like bad or print bad graphics message. Yeah, because like if I typo one of those messages, like things could get weird, and so I just want to know if I'm doing that. So like bad graphics message is just the else case, in case like the command just isn't recognized at all. And I actually want to put this other places too. I want to put something similar other places. So like well, I'll just retype it in those other locations. So like yeah, so init, like at the end of this init block, I'll want to actually not just at the end of the init block, but at, like in this internal init block too, like init role, init growth, init fact. Yeah, so like here, what was the last one? Init fact was the last one. So here, I want an else case, else say, or excuse me, not say, print. Oh man, if I ever used say instead of print, Trusty Bard would say it in chat instead of printing it to the debug output. That'd be kind of funny. Okay, so print bad init message, and then what is this called? Do now. All right, and then similarly, in this whole situation, we'll want to put one at the end of this, which goes where? Here. So in this case, else, nope, don't want indent. Else, print, bad, bad schedule item, do now. Yeah. I hope this is never happening, but hypothetically it could be, and if it is, we should be worried. So now we can prepare to be worried as needed. But right, so I still need to add in those other commands. So let's go back up to add experience, and so before the else case, oh whoa, these are all if cases. They're supposed to be elif cases. Whoops. That's funny. How did I not notice that sooner? Maybe from the very first one I just was copy and pasting them down again and again and again. Yeah, ngMag can only equal one of these things, so there's no point, once we hit one, there's no point in continuing to check. I should also reorganize these so that they're like roughly organized by frequency or something. All right, so yeah, else if ng, yeah, I guess it's because I just kept copy and pasting it again and again and again. All right, so oh yeah, actually I'll copy the whole format thing. Oops, nope, did not mean to do that. Copy, because I will want to do the if in player dictionary